Hey everybody, welcome back to the garage. Today I've been tinkering around a little bit, getting ready to put in this new timing chain. This is a Katech C5-R, and you can tell a genuine Katech by the K right there on the link. Alright, well, we cleaned the chain really well with brake cleaner, blew it out with compressed air, and immediately put it into the bag with some 5W30Ms oil that we had left over from our old oil change, and we got quite a bit in there. I actually had it in the corner here and was spinning the chain in it to completely submerge each link, and then I just laid it down in it, and we're gonna let it sit there for a while, and then we'll flip it over and let it sit like that, and then yeah, we're gonna put it on the car. What we're going to do today is put the C5-R chain on. This is a GM Performance. This is the one I put on when I did the cam. I figured I was going to be here anyway, so I wanted to put the better chain on. In my opinion, it's better. I wanted to do it the first time, but didn't. So once we get this off, I'm going to check the size of the dog bone, make sure that it's not too marred up or doing anything kind of weird. And of course, this is already at top dead center, so here's your marks. And when I rotated it clockwise to get top dead center, I backed it off just a hair in order to get slack on both sides of this chain. And that told me that the cam isn't going to rotate when I take the cam gear off. I did have that happen on a Kia Sorento, changing the timing belt. One of the 4 cams decided to get away from me. I had wedged it and it went the opposite direction I thought it was going to, and actually went out of timing. I want to make sure this doesn't do that. Doesn't seem to be. I've already loosened these up. These are 25 foot-pounds when they get torqued, ARP. And of course I loosen that up. You can see it's not wanting to pull on the chain one way or the other. So we're ready to go. I'm going to pull these out and get the new chain on. Those bolts look ugly. Very slight grooving, not just enough where I can only see the line, but it's not torn up. Those teeth still look really nice on that bottom gear, so we're good. Anyway, what I'm looking at on the teeth, let's see if I can get this in the camera. I'm looking to make sure it's symmetric on both sides and that it's not pointed where it's been wearing and rolling off. This actually looks really good. Also want to look on the edges of the teeth here. Make sure there's no chipping. Something to keep in mind, because this cam is already installed, we're just replacing the chain. This particular cam, the sprocket holes go all the way through to the first lobe. So if you try to clean out this hole with a tap or whatever, you may introduce junk inside the engine. There's always that chance. And spraying brake cleaner in here, of course you're going to wash any junk into the engine, and also probably take oil off of parts you should have oil on. So that's something to consider. You're going to have to make the decision how you're going to take care of these, whether you're going to chase them with a tap or not. I am cleaning up the bolts only. I'm not going to do anything to this. And cleaning this up, good idea to run a die down it. This is an M8 by 1.25 ARP bolt, part number 134-1003. and this bolt comes in a 3-pack. So I'm going to clean up the bolts best I can, put blue Loctite on them, torque them to 25 foot-pounds with the gear on there once it's all set up, and that's the best I'm going to be able to do without removing the cam. So some people may not know this, but there isn't an inside or an outside of the chain. It can go on either way. This is going to be fun. Oh, got it right the first time. Okay. So it indexes right to the pin. That looks great. Some people put these in without blue Loctite. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit on. I don't like using red because red oftentimes takes heat to get off. I definitely wouldn't want to have to do that on this part of the engine later. But it's pretty obvious I put blue Loctite on it before because I can see the crumbs on the screws. All right, so at this point I'm going to go ahead and put the car into 4th gear. Just so nothing rotates when I go to tighten these up. Went ahead and put the old GM Performance chain in my Katech bag. Just to save it. I don't know why. It's only got 9,000 miles on it. May want it for something else someday.